9. Now, there are just a few months to go until this year's Children in Need. Preparations, as you'd expect, well underway for the big annual fundraiser.
Now, the author and illustrator Liz Pichon, best known for her award-winning Tom Gates series, has used her skills to design the charity's official T-shirt for the second year running. We can show it to you now. There we go. There we go. Good morning.
Sunshine.
Good morning. Yeah, it is bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
What an honour to be asked to do this 2 years on the trot.
I know. We had a meeting and they were telling me how well last year's T-shirt done, so thank you to everyone for buying it. And then at the end of it, they said, do you want to do this year's? And I was like, of course, Pudsy's iconic. So, and then I panicked and thought, what am I going to do?
Yeah, well, this was going to be my next question. So the first one,
yes.
When you approached that in terms of thoughts, what was your thinking?
Well, they wanted the Tom Gates style sort of doodles, particularly the style of drawing that I do for the books. So last year the design was all on the outside, and this year it's all on the inside. And Pudsy's had a bit of a makeover. We've got new colours, and the theme this year is Spot-tacular. So I think it's got a bit of a retro feel. So it's on a yellow T-shirt, we've got it in children's sizes, we've got it on a black T-shirt, which they've never done before, apart from last year.
That's because you've got the shiny bits, though,
yes, we've got lots
of
gold. I love the gold, and it's available to buy now. You can get it on the BBC website, on Children in Need website, and in-store in Asda and online as well.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I've never seen Pudsey so big, except kind of leering down the lens at us, but we love... he's a little bit scary over your shoulder.
He's blending, yeah, it's a good colour for the morning.
So he's all right. Did you have to up your game a bit this year?
Did it?
You know, second year running.
Yes, it was a bit like, what shall I do? But actually, because we wanted the similar sort of, you know, designs, and I had a new colour palette to work with as well, so I just thought... And I wanted to do a T-shirt that children, if they want to, because part of the thing about the books as well, that I love to get children being creative and, you know, adding their own drawings and doodles. So, you know, lots of children would like to... I've left spaces so the kids can add their own drawings and doodles, so lots of fun to be had.
What do you mean it's on the inside now?
Well, all the design was on the outside last year, and this year it's on the inside of Pudsey. Of his shape.
Oh, I didn't quite get it. OK. When you were challenged to do this...
Yes.
Did you get children's ideas?
Well, we've done workshops, and actually Asda was doing some great workshops. They were doing Pudsey workshops throughout the whole summer holidays, and we were encouraging children to draw, you know, do their own creations. But this is a style that I do that's very easy for the children to copy. So actually, they do brilliant designs, and they always like to add their own flourishes and add their own stars and spots. So, you know, that's a great thing that Children in Need has been doing, particularly.
Is it unfair for me to call it doodling?
No, not at all.
Because you've drawn on everything. I mean, you've come in this morning, you've got your bangle, your earrings, your shoes. What do you not draw on?
Well, I don't need an excuse to have a pair of shoes. This is actually an old pair of shoes that I had, and I've added my own sort of spots and drawings and doodle. And that's another thing that kids love doing as well. Yeah. It's a kind of style of illustration that goes on everything, because you've got it on mugs, tote bags, everything this year. So we just want loads of people to go out and get creative and buy the shirts.
As well as encouraging drawing, you're launching a writing competition.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Well, I've got a
because we obviously have 500 words.
Yes.
At BBC.
Which, you know, the more the merrier. But this is a funny story competition. So my new book is out today as well, coincidentally. It's called 5-Star Stories, hooray. It's book 21 in the Tom Gates series, and it's all about stories, and Tom has to think of a funny story to put in the school collection book, and he has to get 5 stars to get it in. Right. So we're, same in the book, we're encouraging children to write their own funny stories and poems, and then enter the competition, which you can see on my website, Scholastic's website, everything out there.
When did you start writing?
I started writing, well, I started off as an illustrator, so I used to design album covers and put my designs on different products. And then I got asked to illustrate other people's books, and I thought, do you know what, I really want to illustrate funny books, and no one was giving me funny books to write, so I thought I'll write my own. And I wanted to write a book that included all the things that I loved when I was a kid, which was drawing, you know, different fonts, music, poetry, how to make things, you know. So basically, I put everything I loved into the books, and they've been going for 11, 12 years now.
And is that the formula? It's just give kids what they love?
Well, I think you probably remember the books that you really loved when you were... And actually, comics is a really part of what I love, when I was a kid. And I think children get into the stories, you know, particularly reluctant readers. They really like being able to read the text, but actually all the drawings and the illustrations really help to tell the story. Yeah. And that's something that I enjoyed, and I wanted to do the same thing with the book.
How do you get a reluctant reader to become a writer?
To become a writer,
yeah.
Let them read whatever they want, for a start. And actually reading, I mean, I would read fiction books, comics. People really worry about comics. I do a podcast where I talk to lots of different creative people.
Don't we call them graphic novels now?
We call them graphic novels, yeah. But so many people I've spoken to, like creative people, quite often loved comics when they were younger because it's just another way of telling a story. Yeah. And there are about sort of 16,000 words in my books, but because they have pictures in them, the kids don't realise that they're absorbing all that information and enjoying it. So you're using every bit of the page to help tell the story.
And it's not just books, is it? It's a TV show.
It's a TV show.
And it's a family affair.
Yes. Right? So, yeah, we've got Series 3 of The Brilliant World of Tom Gates is out next year, but Series 2 is out now. And my husband and I write all the songs for it, because we put music in the books and we turn the music into songs and they use them in the TV show as well.
Yeah, and what's different about a book for the it sounds like an obvious question, but you must have to approach it in a different way.
Yes. I mean, for me, I got to co-write some of the scripts as well with a fantastic guy called Ben Ward, who writes horrible histories as well. So we've had lots of fun doing that. You have to... I looked at the TV show and I thought, you know, what can you... You don't want to recreate the books exactly. You want to bring them to life. We've got more characters. You can feel more about them, the voices. Yeah. The kids that do the voices are absolutely brilliant.
When you write the characters, do you hear a voice?
Well, Tom's really based on what I was like as a kid. Okay. So a lot of the things I write about are things that I remember when I was a child as well. So you can hear it, and I see things... Being dyslexic as well, I see things in pictures, so I often see the stories and imagine what they're going to look like before I start writing them.
Yeah. And when you're making the show, you're like, no, that's not how he sounds. That wouldn't be him. And
actually, with all the voices, particularly Tom, there's a guy called Logan. He's brilliant, and Marcus. I mean, all the kids that do the show, they're really great. So they do a fantastic job.
Liz, it's been good to talk to you. Thanks
thank
for coming
you so much. Thank you.
Brightening it up, obviously. The t-shirts,
I'm giddy.
The T-shirts will be available soon on the Children in Need website.
And these fancy mugs. There we go. That one. No, isn't that nice?
Pretty.
Available soon. I'm having that one.